Hello there. Thank you for watching. My name is Carol Freeman, a certified nutritionist. And today I'm here to introduce you to Patti. I'm really excited to share her story of keto transformation. So welcome, Patti.
Thank you. Yeah, like you said, my name is Patti Krahenbuhl. I'm 52 years old. I am married. I have two adult boys. I'm a plant manager at a manufacturing facility in Wisconsin. I love sports. It's my favorite thing. I love football and baseball, so I spend a lot of time going to games, watching games. I'm an avid outdoor person. I like to run, and we snowmobile a lot in the wintertime, so very active people.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much for the introduction. And it seems like a manufacturing plant in Wisconsin. It's got to be a cheese making plant, right? No.
Not quite. We make, unbelievably, we make electric motors, so
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Okay.
motor person.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm so excited to share your story. Thank you for the bit of a background. Like, let's just start with before you found keto. What were your weight and health struggles that you went through in your life?
Before I found keto, I think I had similar struggles to a lot of people. I would vary by 20 pounds here and there. I recently lost my parents, who I was very close with, and I lost them both within 3 years of each other. And at the same time, my kids moved out, and of course they went to college, and now they're on their own. And then I think the biggest thing at that point was I had started running, and I had seen a lot of success there and bringing my weight down and keeping it under check. And I had a black lab that ran with me everywhere, and she passed away. And so it was like the final straw. So I quit exercising. I quit paying close attention to myself. So I needed something to get me going again and help me change my whole lifestyle. And I did a lot of research online, and I found keto, and I found you. So it changed my life at that point. I was, I wouldn't say very depressed, but I was going through, some depression. I had gotten on antidepressants just to help me through the time. And I just knew I needed to do something different. Otherwise, my life was going to stay in that same rut. And this helped me do that.
Oh, wow. So remind me, had you tried keto before you found me?
I did. I tried it on my own for about a month and saw absolutely no success. I really thought I was doing it right and according to what all my research said, but I just wasn't getting anywhere. So I looked for somebody to help guide me in the right direction.
That's so very common with a lot of the people that we work with is they tried it on their own and didn't get anywhere, had no success, and they can't figure it out. And despite, I know that you put a ton of effort in to try and figure it out on your own. So then what was it like then, coming into my program and getting support from me? Like what, share what it was like when you first saw the approach. Sometimes people are skeptical, like, oh man, why do we get this? This seems like too much work, or not too much work, sorry, or like too many rules. Like, why do I got to follow this? Like, this seems ridiculous. Did you say like, oh, finally some structure that I know what to do? What was your initial impression?
I think for me it was, I love structure in my life. Everything in my life is extremely organized. So the structure helped immensely. And it was, let's start from the basics, go through everything you can and can't eat, what you shouldn't probably even enjoy right now because it might put you into craving other things. Just starting from the basics. I never really thought the plan was, confining. I mean, for me, I grew up on a farm, so when you say I can have butter and cheese as much, almost as much as you want to, eggs, bacon, it was like, wow, I mean, how can I not be successful at this type of diet when this is what my parents fed me my whole life? So for me, yeah, definitely the structure, it was great. And just having that person I could depend on to ask the questions of, because before that point I had no one, so it was awesome.
Yeah. And one of the things I promise when people come into working with me is that I'm going to show them how to get rid of cravings, right? And so, get that bulletproof willpower so that it's easy to stay on track. Did you find that was the experience compared to when you were doing keto on your own?
Oh, definitely. My husband is definitely a potatoes and bread type of guy. So once I got in this program and I knew the defined rules and what I could and couldn't have, I didn't have that same temptation anymore. I'd be like, nope, can't have potatoes. Nope, can't have bread. I'll make it for you, but I'm not going to, I'll just have what I can have, which was more than sufficient. And it really helped define for me, how to set up the rules in my life. And it took those temptations away, definitely. I had no cravings after the first couple of weeks. It was incredible.
Sweet. Nice. I love it when all the things I promised come true. So.
And they did.
Yeah. So let's talk about then, during the time that you were running through my program, what results did you see?
During your program, I lost about 25 pounds. One thing that I had a hard time adapting to is I always thought you had to exercise a ton to get in shape and to actually have a flat stomach. And you taught me and you reaffirmed the fact that you don't have to go running. It's not a bad thing, but it does make a difference. I had to lay off on a few of those things and actually felt myself relax for the first time in a long time, and not have to take that hour or two of my day to set aside for exercise. And I could still see the weight just falling off. And the way I felt, and I believe I told you this at the time, I tend to be, I have high expectations at work. And when things go wrong, I didn't realize how much people saw it in myself that, oh, she's not happy. And I actually got compliments that, wow, this machine has been down for 2 days and you're not even upset. And it just, the difference in how you feel here is, I can't explain it. It's just amazing. You just feel at peace. Yeah. And I know you stress that a lot, but until you felt that peace, I had no idea what you meant. And yeah, what a life changer.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. And so not only you're getting this quality of life, but it's rippling out to everybody, your coworkers, and I imagine your family as well felt that too.
Yeah, I believe so. At home, I try not to bring work home, but yeah, I think, my husband and I still struggle with what he believes is a balanced meal and what I believe is a balanced meal now. But we work it into our daily schedule, and he still can eat what he wants to eat. And he's actually, tried a few more vegetables, and he's willing to do things that he never did in the past. So, that's helped a lot at home also.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, great. Did you notice any other, so the mental clarity, the calm and peace, 25 pounds weight loss, that's fantastic. Any other things, energy, pains and aches going away, or?
I never really had much for aches and pains. I was good about trying to keep, my muscles still going, and running really helped with that before this. One thing, I never have slept well at night, and I'm able to sleep much better now. Even though my husband is a heavy, heavy snorer, I still can get up, go into another room, and I fall right back to sleep, which I never could before. It'd take me 2 or 3 hours. I'd be exhausted. So I sleep much better. And that, that definitely falls into my next day, and it makes me happy, those around me happy. I look better. I feel better.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Wonderful. Anything else that you have noticed that improved, that was a surprise? Or
Well, like I mentioned before, I was feeling a little bit depressed. I've gone off all that medication and I feel great. So, I mean, that was a huge boost for me to know that I could be happy again, because I was definitely in a rut, and now I'm, at peace with myself again. So
Oh
that
my
was
gosh. That's fantastic as well. I love that. That's another thing I talk about in the beginning is that, depression, anxiety, mood just really improves
yeah.
on keto as well.
Yeah, I have to do a lot of talking in front of a lot of people at work. And sometimes I've never been petrified of that, but there's a lot of times where it's like, "Oh, I just don't want to do this today." Um, Now you put a microphone in my hand when I go out on the shop floor and I feel like singing a song rather than, it's a strange confidence that this peace has given me.
Yeah.
There's no intimidation like I used to have just by, oh, what is everybody thinking of me? What are they, do I look bad today? No, I'm like, it's whatever. I feel great. So I think I project the fact that I feel great.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, so great, so great. And I was, oh, so you're not running 2 hours a day anymore. You've got this common peace. You're no longer worried and obsessed about your body and food. So I'm curious now, how's that changed? Like now that you have 2 more hours in your day and all this mental space, like what are you doing with all that extra time and day and energy?
Well, I've always loved gardening, and so I have some very beautiful flower beds now that I spend a lot of time in, and I'm working on redoing some patios outside. So just a lot more outside work that I don't feel like I have to go, oh, I got to get my hour run in, so I got to, take off. And honestly, I still do a lot of walking. I lift weights, but I don't feel that necessity like I used to. And that had become an obsession at one point in time too, that I wouldn't go places just because I had to work out, and if I missed that hour, I really chastised myself over it, where now it's like, no, as long as I'm up and about and moving around and happy with what I'm doing, I'm good. I'll sleep good and my body will stay the same tomorrow. So
That's so great.
less worries.
Freedom.
Yes, freedom, definitely.
Oh, great. Well, Patti, so let's talk then a little bit about you finished my program, you went off. I always use the analogy of you take the training wheels off and we send you off to ride the bicycle all by yourself. How was that going off on your own without the support of the group and the community?
For a few months, it was great. I maintained my weight. Everything went very, very well. And then, dang it, baseball season hit, and I started going to some Brewer games, and there's always beer at Brewer games. And I like to partake in beer and wine when I get an opportunity. And I guess I, let the rules slip, and I always thought, well, what's one extra beer today? How will it change my life? And it did change my life. I know that I have to maintain the right structure. I have to limit myself in areas where I didn't force myself to in the past, and that's where the 25 pounds came in that I had added on, and the feelings of yuck in the morning, when you wake up. So yeah, without that support there and reminding me that, life is awesome when you stay on this plan, I guess I let it slip a little bit. And I found that I needed this reassurance and support and just talk about what I'm going through, because I don't have a group in my area that's, on keto, or even honestly has even heard of keto. So this is something new. I'm trying to spread the word at work that this is a great thing and try it. And so, yeah, having the support is very, very crucial to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited that you're coming back to help be one of our peer support coaches. And So not only get to inspire others, but then that gives you that continuing support and community. And, you know, being an example for other people is pretty motivating to continue on that journey. But,
Yeah.
and then we get to help you also remember, I talk about in the beginning when you start out, tapping into why this is so important. So I know now that we'll get to focus for you on that freedom that you experience and the peace and the calm and being able to get off your medications and all that, and the better sleep and just how it ripples out in all the areas of your life. So I'm really excited that you're back with us and get to support everyone as well as continue on your healing journey.
Yeah, I'm truly excited as well. And I thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
So, Patti, was there anything else that you wanted to share about your experience, your journey, or keto right now?
I think another thing I'd like to share is definitely talk about it. You know, when we have our group phone calls, admit what your problems are and ask the questions that, even though you think it could be, you know, maybe embarrassing or intimidating, ask the questions, because if you're experiencing something that is giving you some grief, you know somebody else probably is too, but you've got to say it out loud and look for the support. You know, that's what we're all here for, is to help each other. And don't be embarrassed by the questions you have nagging you in the back of your head. Ask them.
Yeah.
Somebody has been there, definitely.
Yeah, I love that. That's so great. You're right, because some people are you know, afraid to ask or speak up for themselves, and just, we're all here. We've been through what you've been through, and we're here, big community, holding hands and ready to support everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, great tip. All right. Well, Patti, thank you so much for sharing your story, your journey. Thank you for being here to support everyone. Really excited about having you with us.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the time. It was great talking to you.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you soon.